walking away, right? And she's like, no, you're not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere. And like, that's a grown woman. That's a grown adult behavior. Hi guys. So it's been a while since I've talked to the camera and just sat down. I'm kind of like, really like processing each vlog of mine, and I have still 2 more which I have to edit. So I just figured I'll just sit down and talk to the camera for a bit. So yeah, today I want to share the story of the time I almost got dragged to the police station for nothing. For absolutely nothing. So here's how it happened, right? So basically, me and my friends, we have a lake behind the apartment we live in, and it's like this really pretty lake. It has a great sunset. So we were like, let's just go. We had just come back from college, and we were just really bored. So we're like, let's just go to the lake. So we end up going to the lake, right? And obviously each lake, at least in this city, has like a lake guard because it's a government property and all of that. So we end up going to the lake, and it starts getting dark really slow. So it's just me and 3 of my guy friends. Now it's really important to note that it's guy friends, because this is going to turn out to be like a like a thing later on in the story. So we're just chilling, and all my friends know that I have like this irrational, it's not even irrational, you know what, it's very rational, it's very valid fear of snakes. Like I cannot with like the idea of those things just slithering around. It scares the shit out of me. It scares the living crap out of me. So I'm like, there's no way. So every time we go there, it's like a ritual that my friends have to make fun of me and say, hey, snake, snake, snake. But this time I'm like, no way, no. But then it gets dark, and some of our neighbors who are walking in the opposite direction as us, they tell us not to go that much front because they literally saw 2 snakes over there. Not 1, but 2 snakes over there. So they're like, don't go that far. Just take a U-turn. So now that actual people, like actual adults who I know are my neighbors, who won't joke about such things, are saying that there are snakes there, I get actually paranoid. I get really scared. And I'm like, let's get out of here because I don't want to be here a second longer than I need to be. So I'm trying to take a U-turn. And so do my friends. And it takes me so long to like just drag them out of there because all of them are like taking pictures of the sunset. They're like, there's nothing to be scared of. And I'm like, let's go. Like, I am not staying here for another minute. So all of that happens, right? And we're coming back. I am literally so scared. Like, I'm so scared. I'm so panicky. And so even though I'm going through all of that, my friends, they're like, oh my God, there's a snake. And now in my head, there is a snake, right? Because people told me so. So I get really frantic and I run. So I scream and I run. Now, yes, I'm a very loud person. Yes, I'm a very vocal person, but I run because for a second there, I believed what my friends had to say about a snake being there. So I just so happened to coincidentally run past the lake guard's office, which is at the lake's entrance. And that guard, she comes out and she's just like, why are you screaming? So obviously I stop and I'm like, oh, there's a snake there. And she's like, so what? And I'm like, oh, I just screamed because I'm scared of snakes, like genuine reaction to someone being scared of snakes, right? Yeah, so I'm just like, yeah, I saw a snake there and I am scared of snakes. So I screamed and I ran barely like 20-30 meters. I didn't even run for that long. I just ran away from the point where I thought a snake would be to another point where it was a safe distance from the said snake. And I am trying to explain to her very calmly that I have a fear of snakes. My friend said there is one, and that's why I ran. Now in her head, she thinks that I ran because there are 3 guys behind me and she doesn't know that they're my friends. Fair enough. She was concerned for my safety, so she just thought I am running and screaming away from the guys who might be trying to harm me. And then I even cleared that out for her. I'm like, oh, thank you for worrying about me, but no, they're just my friends. They're the ones who said there's a snake there, and they are running along with me. I just happened to be a little before them, so it might look like they're chasing me, but no, they're not. They're with me, and I trust them. They're my friends. So I'm not in danger from them. I'm just scared of the snake. She goes batshit crazy. Like, she starts saying things like I'm loosely translating this from Kannada to English, but she starts saying like, are you mental? Are you retarded? Are you like not okay in the head? And I'm like, okay? Like, I hold myself up to a pretty high standard. No one can talk to me like that. So I'm like, calm down. What are you trying to say? Like, I told you that I was scared of the snake and that's why I ran. She is just not ready to hear it. She's not listening to any of it, right? She's like, are you mental? Are you like losing the head? Are your screws loose? And I'm like, listen, lady, you cannot talk to me like that. So by then, she has really struck a nerve. She has hit a chord and I am mad, okay? I am fuming. And I'm like, listen, you ugly, fat woman. I cannot curse more than this because of things. Yeah. But you're not going to talk to me like that, okay? You do not get to talk to me like that. So she's not listening to any of it. She's just insulting me again and again for the mere reason of screaming and running, which, by the way, doesn't affect anyone. But her argument was, people around the lake come here for peace and you're disrupting that and you're scaring other people when there is no real reason to be scared. So basically, she's just insulting me. She is, just downplaying my fears, which she is no one to do that. So I get really mad and I'm like, hello, how dare you? And obviously I get mad. So when I get mad, it's like I get a little too intense. So I'm like, who do you think you are? You are no one to talk to me like this. And I start hurling back insults at her, which in retrospect, maybe I should have cooled it down. Maybe I should have been the bigger person. But since I just don't know how to do that, I'm like, girl, bye. You are nobody, okay? You're wearing a ugly khaki uniform and you don't get paid enough to do this. So maybe just don't do this. But no. She goes on and she makes it her life's mission. She, in fact, opens her phone, which is like a flip phone, and she's acting like the biggest millennial. Like, she's opening her phone and she's like, I'm gonna call this said person, I'm gonna call the police and all that. I'm like, girl, you can go call the police all you want to, but we both know that no one's arresting me for a mere interaction that we both are having, which can be solved even now. Now at this point, my friends are interjecting because she's getting too intense. She's trying to come at my face, and she's blocking me from walking away. And by this time, not only are my friends interjecting, but there's a third party of guys who are coming and telling me that I am educated and she is not, so I should walk away. I should be the bigger person and sensible, and I should just walk away from this because it's pointless to just stand there and argue. So I'm like, you know what? Fair enough. Yeah. So we start walking away. We try to start walking away, but she is running behind us and she's physically blocking. I'll tell you how bad it is. We're just walking away, right? And she's like, no, you're not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere. And that's a grown woman. That's a grown adult behaving like that with me, a 20-year-old who did nothing. You need to pack it up and go home. I don't care if your husband beats you up, but you cannot be acting like that in public. Genuinely. And then she's physically blocking our way. My friends are trying to push her away, but she's holding me by the hand and she's like, you're not going anywhere. I'm taking you to the police station. And at this point, I'm like, okay, so this woman is actually insane. And when she was calling me insane, she was probably just projecting. Because what? Get away, girl. Get away, lady. And even that other guy is trying to hold her off and he's like, go, run. And she I don't know, somehow she caught up to us and she's physically blocking our way and we cannot just get past her. Yeah. And it's just what is happening right now? And by this point, she has called some guy who's supposed to be the supposed, panchayat head of the area that I live in. I'm not going to be taking any names because this could, I don't know, but whatever. She starts calling him. And I'm like, you know what? Go ahead. Call whoever the hell you're going to call because I don't care about anyone. I'm not scared of anyone. I know I haven't done anything to be scared of. I know I haven't done anything wrong because you're the one who started it. You're the grown adult. You're supposed to be more mature. But you started to hurl insults at a girl who was just genuinely scared of a snake. So I don't care who you call because I know I'm winning this one. So if you really want to physically block me and make me stay here, I might as well make sure that you're embarrassed and insulted. If not as much as me, more than me. So if you went low, I'll go lower. So that was my agenda. I had made up my mind that I'm going to give a piece of my mind to this lady because I hate people like this. They need to be put in their place. They need to understand that they're not being paid enough to do this shit. They need to understand that the society they grew up in, which is so clearly patriarchal, is not there anymore. Like, I just know it burned her entire like mentality when she saw a girl out in the dark with other guys, and she just made it her mission to make my life miserable in that place. So I'm like, you know what, lady, I have seen 100 ladies like you. Like, I have seen so many grown women like this just hate me so much. Like, all these aunties, they genuinely hate me. So I'm like, I'm gonna give it back to you. I'm gonna give it back to you. Like, girl. So she ends up calling this guy, and I snatch the phone out of her hand, and I'm like talking to this guy who's supposed to be really important, and I'm like, listen, this is what happened. She's the one who's insulting me, so maybe keep your stuff in check. And after that, I cut the call and I give it back to her. And just because I was screaming in the background, she's telling that guy, look at how she's screaming. Are you hearing how she's screaming? She's just a child, and she doesn't have any respect for her elders. First of all, respect is supposed to be mutual. It's supposed to be earned. And I sure as shit won't respect someone who just hurls insults at people for no good reason. Like, all I did is run from point A to point B. Sure, I screamed a little bit, but guess what? No one else was even around for that peace to be disrupted. And no one's coming up to your office and telling that, hey, this girl disrupted my peace. So maybe shut your trap and mind your business. No. I want to, just very close to my closing time, pull a scene with a girl who's just trying to go on about her day. So guess what? Pick the wrong girl, lady. You picked the wrong girl. At this point, a crowd has formed. Everyone's trying to break the fight. So at one point, I'm like, you know what? Yeah, this is such a waste of time. The gate from the lake to our apartment closes in a while, so maybe we should just get back home. I'm better than this, and I've, made my, like, I don't know, I've had the last word, so I'm gonna go. So we start walking away, and we have walked a good distance away when she starts screaming for us. She's like, come back, because this supposed sarpanch guy, like the panchayat head that she called, showed up in person. So he showed up in person, and it's really disrespectful that we are not there in his presence when he has showed up to address us, apparently. Like, look, I don't give a shit who he is, okay? Like, all these, I don't know, sar pe bitha ke rakhe hue important niggers need to calm down. Like, they genuinely need to calm down. You are not all that, okay? You have a pot belly growing, your wife hates you, and your children never wanted you as their dad. So maybe get away, okay? But no, he shows up with him and his chelas, who are clearly like hooligans. They're like street gundas. He showed up with them, and he's like, what's the problem? Now, clearly, when he was on the call, he heard a girl, me, screaming at her. But no, his patriarchal, like his misogynistic self just went and asked all my guy friends what happened. The guy friends who weren't even involved. Like, I was the one who was involved. I was the one who was being screamed at. I was the one doing the screaming. So maybe talk to me. So I said that. I was involved. Talk to me. Hear me out. Why are you asking my tall male friends just because they have like a penis? Like, what is that? So then, maybe I'm gonna cut that out. Yeah. So all of that happens, and I'm just trying to like get my word in. I'm like, listen, here's what happened. I felt insulted. All I did is hear that there's a snake there. I'm scared of snakes, so I just ran. That is not illegal the last time I checked. That is nothing to do with getting the police station involved. And I don't know, like, there's no reason to get anyone involved at all. Like, not even you. And then he's like, no, the only reason she called me is because recently there have been cases of like rapes in this area, and like she just assumed that these 3 guys were chasing behind you, and that's why you were screaming and running. I'm like, okay, see, that's great that you have concern for such issues, but like, I made it very clear to her that these 3 guys are my friends, I trust them, and I was not running away from them but from a snake that I saw. Like, I cannot have made it more clear. And I said this to her in a very calm, nice, polite tone. Like, dude, are you that deranged? And then he's just like, yeah, no, we understand, like, of course it's her fault. And he's also talking to me in a really calm way, right? So at this point, the things that were getting escalated are like, okay, they're simmering down, right? And I'm like, okay, cool, like, it's not that big a deal. We just talked to this guy. He clearly seems more sensible. So like, it's fine, it's all good. Now at this point, He thinks that it's so okay, like it's just so very bloody natural for him to like hold my shoulder. First of all, there's no need for physical contact here, mister. But he holds my shoulder, his men hold my shoulder, and they're like, you know what, a girl like you shouldn't be out at this time in the dark with guys. Thank you for free advice, which I never asked for, which I don't clearly need, because I should be away from people like you, not from my guy friends who I've grown up with. And it's not even that late. This is pre 7 p.m. by the way. So what if it's dark? It's just 7 p.m. and isn't your lake supposed to be safer? Maybe me stepping out is not the problem. Maybe the kind of guys your stupid lady guard keeps allowing into the lake are the problem. Don't allow them. Have stricter security for your lake. You can do so much at the position you're in, but you don't want to. You just want to go around telling girls who, I don't know, just want to live peacefully that they're not supposed to step out. And guess what? You chose the wrong girl to give your advice to. So I'm like, oh, really? Oh, so can guys come here after 7 p.m.? And oh my god, I just said that in the most sarcastic tone, and his hooligans pounced at me. They would have genuinely beaten me up, a 20-year-old girl. Like, they are twice my size, they're twice my height, they're genuinely twice my age, and they wanted to beat me up. If my guy friends hadn't stood between me and them, I would have been beaten to a pulp to the ground. And then they started threatening me, saying, is this how girls talk? Are you even a girl? Why do you have so much ego? All I asked is a genuine question, which you know that you don't have a proper answer to. You are just really tired of the fact that the world just doesn't work your way anymore. You are tired of the fact that women are getting jobs now, that they can speak now, that they know their rights now, and that's why you are so like angry and you're taking it out on me. You need to die. You need to be like, people should come to your funerals and laugh. Jeez, genuinely get a life. Like, they started pouncing at me, who very well helplessly, and you know the irony of this whole thing, they came here thinking it was a rape case. They might as well have done that. So really, who should stay at home? Who should stay at home? That's a good question to ask. But yeah, all of this happens. They start threatening me that they're gonna, like, just take me to the police station, and I'm like, you know what, I don't give a shit. I'll also see what's gonna happen. But then they were just so confident that they can take me to the police station because this guy, the sarpanch, has connections or whatever. And at that point, I was shitting my pants a little bit. Like, I got a little scared. I'm like, okay, this is not what I signed up for. This was not supposed to, like, escalate so much. My guy friends are really, like, scared, and all of this is happening. So I don't know. This guy finds out that we are from this apartment, which is very connected to the lake. So he calls up one of the people who happens to be my neighbor, and he's like, who's this girl? And he starts inquiring about me. And then he gets my dad's number, and he calls my dad, and he's like, we're not gonna leave your daughter alone. She has too much attitude, like, she has too much ego for her age, for a girl. Well, guess what? You don't have enough masculinity for a man. So please, goodbye. And guess what? This is the same guy who got both of his daughters married at the age of 18, even though one of them begged for him to just wait for a bit because she wanted to finish her studies, but no. And this kind of a guy is, I don't know, coming up to me, who doesn't give two shits about who he is, has no correlation or connection with him, and he's like, you shouldn't come out. Who am I to listen to you? I don't listen to my own goddamn parents. I'm not gonna listen to you. A middle-aged, balding, receding hairline, fat person who can barely stand up on his own 2 feet and clearly need the help of these gundas or hooligans to, I don't know, protect your precious, fragile ego. Goodbye. Please get away from me. I cannot stand to be around your stinking self. Genuinely, goodbye. And so anyway, he calls my dad. He's threatening to, I don't know, finish me or whatever. And then he gets to know that he's speaking to a very esteemed person in this entire area. And he's like, oh shit, that's your daughter? I'm so sorry. She's like family. I'm so sorry. It's crazy how the switch up, it's crazy how fast, how quick the switch up was. Like, oh my god, you shallow surface level person. It's crazy, it's crazy. And then he immediately like switched sides. He's like, oh my god, you're like my daughter. I wish, I wouldn't wish upon my worst enemy for them to be born as your daughter. So please don't ever repeat that to me. Like, that sounds like a nightmare. I'm so glad that that's not what the case is. Anyway, thank you for watching. I know it was not as dramatic as you wanted it to be. Maybe it was my narration that lacked a bit, but oh my god, if you had been there, I don't have any clips from that day, but it was a very tense situation. It was very intense. Shout out to my friends Vasu, Raju and Dhruv for being there, for putting themselves between me and the hooligans who were going to pounce on me and beat me up. If it wasn't for them, I really don't think I would have survived that. But yeah, anyway, thanks for watching. If something similar happened to you, please drop a comment. I would love to know, because genuinely such stories enrage me so much. And this is just one of the many. This is just one of the many. There'll be so many story times to come, and this is just one of the many. Goodbye. I'm so pissed. Like, I promised myself I wouldn't get pissed by narrating the story, but now that I'm reliving the entire thing, I'm so pissed. So pissed.